Obviously, Mark Janes right there on the radio call from a hell of a qualifying effort on Saturday by Kyle Larson. He will start in the middle of row 2. And is there a busier human in the world right now than Kyle Larson?
My God, I don't know how he does it. Do you have any idea? Have you ever been as busy as he is?
No. Well, again, I just was on a Vegas bender. And Kyle Larson joins us now. Kyle, good morning. We can't thank you enough for the time. We know you're busy as hell. My name's Kevin, first off. I just got back from Vegas, and I'm curious if the IV intake that I need in my body right now should be similar to what you're going to have on Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Do you think it's similar in any way?
I would say you will probably end up more dehydrated than me, I'm guessing, out in Vegas.
I would guess you're right, Kyle.
Well, what is the plan, Kyle, post-race for you from strictly like a fluid and nutrition standpoint? I assume you've thought about this.
Yeah. Get a good meal in me, and then on the plane ride over, we have an IV scheduled. So I don't know if I'll need 1 or 2 bags or what. It kind of just depends on the conditions outside here in Indy. But regardless, I'll be getting some fluid in me. I got to do qualifying this past Sunday and then fly to the All-Star race in North Wilkesboro, and that was a good test run and made me realize, I probably should get some IV in me. But, got good people surrounding me to help out with it all.
Kyle Larson with us here on the Payless Liquors Hotline. When did you first, think of, hey, this is something that I want to do? And then, you look around, you have all these people who are helping you on Sunday pull off this feat. How humbling is it when you see so many people there ready to help you and cheering you on?
Yeah, I mean, it's been extremely special this whole time we've been here in Indy and throughout the whole experience. I've really felt a lot of support from everybody, fans, team members, even competitors, all of that. So it's been really enjoyable and a great experience to this point. And it's as far as on-track stuff, it's gone way better than I ever could have imagined so far also. So you got one more little day of practice left with Carb Day on Friday, and then you get ready for the race on Sunday. So just look forward to it all, and hopefully we can keep running strong.
He's going for the double, and he'll be in the middle of row 2 coming up on Sunday. Car number 17 in that Chevy, who is Kyle Larson with us here on the Payless Liquors Hotline. Kyle, how much of this idea was you want to cross something off a very historic bucket list, and how much of it is, no, I think I can win this race?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't ever do it if I didn't think that I could be competitive or want to be competitive. I've never been the type of driver to just do something to say I did it. So, I wanted to do it with a good team so I could feel like I have a shot to run well. I mean, I think as the week's gone on, I've gotten more comfortable each time. So, I think my confidence is definitely higher than it was a week ago to be able to go out there and, have a good showing. I still think it's going to be extremely tough to win, but I'm, more confident, like I said, than I was a week ago for sure.
What's your biggest unknown heading into race day?
Well, I've been able to learn a lot throughout practice, I feel like, and just get more familiar with the car, but there's a lot of stuff that you won't learn until you're in those situations in the race. So, I don't get to practice restarts. I don't get to practice, caution flag pit stops where there's 33 cars and, hundreds of team members on pit road. So that will be a little bit chaotic. But I think those two things are something I'm going to have to just be ready for. But, I've got to talk to Tony Kanaan as well as a lot of, all my teammates, and they've really helped, prep me for things. So I feel like I'm in an okay spot right now. I just got to, keep working.
It's almost one of those things you don't know what you don't know yet, maybe, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a lot of it. So, I got to take every opportunity that I'm on track to try and, just get more familiar with things. And I feel like I've been able to do that to this point.
Kyle Larson with us here on the Payless Liquors hotline on the Fan on this Tuesday. They've showed Jeff Gordon around you quite a bit on the television broadcast. What have those conversations been like, and what kind of advice has he given you?
No advice, really. Just it's been a lot of fun having him a part of the experience because, at one point he probably could have done this if he really, really wanted to. So it's neat that, he's kind of getting to live out a dream of his through me. And, he's just very curious about the whole experience, asking lots of questions about how the cars drive and all sorts of things. So getting to have him a part of the chaos after qualifying and rushing out of there to get to North Wilkesboro was awesome. And then, it'll be more of the same this Sunday for the 500 going into the 600. So, yeah, having him here, Jeff Andrews as well. Rick Hendrick will be here on Sunday. My NASCAR team, the 5 team, they're coming for Carb Day. So it's just been really cool to have everybody kind of living through me some, and it really just means a lot.
It's an amazing feat Kyle Larson is attempting to do here coming up on Sunday. And the fact he's in the middle of row 2 is already quite the feat in itself. He's with us here on the Payless Liquors hotline. Kyle, I'm the son of 2 teachers, so I probably asked this question a little bit with like a school hat on, and I was hoping you could educate us more. The inside of a NASCAR car versus the inside of an Indy car. Could you compare that to like a grade in school, if you will? Just how comfortable you are in a NASCAR car. I hope this makes sense. Versus where you're at in an Indy car and the amount of controls you have within a race.
It'd be like going from basic, probably like 5th grade math to taking that 5th grader and throwing them into calculus.
Wow.
I just feel like there's just a lot going on in the cockpit, between all the buttons on the steering wheel, weight jackers, pit road speed limiter, clutch shifters, the bar adjustments in the cockpit. Plus, it's just so tight in there. Like, you have zero room to move around. So then you get in a stock car, it's just like, you got lots of space to get in. There's really no switches you have to worry about. You just have to, get the car in gear, basically. So it's much more complicated, and it seems more complicated to people who are new getting into the car. So for like me, it was very overwhelming at first, but I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable with it and knowing where everything's at. So it's becoming easier to adjust stuff and recognize things in there. But yeah, it's definitely not as basic as the Cup car.
Do you think, or do you care if people label you the best race car driver in the world?
I mean, I think someday down the road when I'm done racing, yeah, I mean, you want to be considered in the same category as, Mario Andretti or AJ Foyt, and then, my opinion, Tony Stewart. So, I don't think I'm there by any means yet. I think I'm similar in the fact that I race a lot of different cars, and, I can feel like I can win in multiple different cars, but I still feel like I've got 20 years or so left of racing. So I think until then you can't be in that category, but hopefully in those next 20 or so years, I can win some more races, win some big races, win more championships, and maybe do that stuff in different forms of racing too. So we'll see. But yeah, I've always looked up to those 3 guys, and really from an early age wanted to be considered in a similar category as them. So, fortunate that I'm getting the opportunities to try and get there, but still have a long ways to go.
Yeah, I tell you, you may have a long ways to go, but Sunday would be a huge one with the 2 races that you're going to attempt to try to not only run in, but to win. Kyle Larson with us here on the Payless Liquors hotline. Have you thought about, hey, if I win, how am I going to celebrate, and how that might have to be a very brief celebration before you hop on the helicopter and plane and get the hell out of Indianapolis?
Yeah, it would be short. It would be very short, but I don't know. It's just it's hard to put yourself, in that position and look too far ahead. So I really just want to try and execute a good race and give myself an opportunity. And yeah, if you could win, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. That'd be crazy. But yeah, it would be just historical. So I mean, anytime you can do something historical, that's great. But we'll see. I've got a great car, a great team, and I feel, like I said earlier, I feel much more comfortable and confident that I could, at least run towards the front and then, maybe potentially win. But this is one of the toughest races in the world, and these guys do it for a living, so it's not going to be easy by any means.
Pour the milk into the IV on the helicopter. Maybe that's kind of the way that you'll have to party with that. Kyle Larson, we'll end with this. Kyle, we can't thank you enough for the time. And honestly, as someone that just loves the tradition and pageantry with this race, I just want to say thank you for even thinking that, you can do it. And clearly you've already accomplished a whole lot this month. What's been the coolest thing you've done at IMS, affiliated with the 500 here over the last few weeks?
I think just being a part of the qualifying experience has been really fun. There was thousands of fans here to watch qualifying, and just the energy was very electric. Anytime somebody would, lay down a fast lap or their number popped to the top of the pylon, like just hearing that crowd and in the echo on the front stretch between the two grandstands was awesome. And just feeling all the support from fans too on those days. I really feel like a fan favorite, and that makes me feel great. So yeah, I would say Saturday and Sunday has been amazing, and look forward to Carb Day, which I hear is huge, and then obviously the race with 300,000 fans or whatever it is that will be here will be incredible.
Kyle, the bravery is damn impressive. The talent clearly is as well. We can't thank you enough for not only the time this morning, but like I said, you attempting what you're going to do here coming up on Sunday. So thank you from a lot of fans for attempting this, and I really appreciate the combo.
Yeah, thank you. Talk to you guys later.